In our fourth group of critiques, we are going to start with John's work. John is also used dogs as his subject matter, and we've got some nice blur of the two dogs going on in here. Again, from a technical standpoint, I think you have totally mastered this technique, no problem with it at all. I do love the fact that the trees are perfectly in focus and sharp, and the dogs are blurring. So that blurring against the sharpness of the trees, I think, works really well here. Ideally, I'd love to see the dogs kind of positioned in sort of this gap right here rather than where they are right there. But that's just kind of nitpicking, and I think, generally speaking, John, you totally nailed this one. So well done on that count. And then the second shot here is our freezing shot. Again, technically, you've nailed it. The dogs are frozen. You can see their hairs are kind of caught up in the air as they bounce from step to step. Like the fact that you caught his legs or her legs perfectly crossed like that. So technique-wise, I think you've got that, again, nailed pretty good. This background stuff going on here, again, I'm not sure it adds any value to the photograph. I'm interested in just the dogs right here, so I think we could probably crop that out. And also, your tail of the dog here, just off the edge of the photograph. Oh, that's actually my fault there. Never mind on that. So just move the frame over there, and we've got the whole dog's tail in there, and I think I like that shot a little bit better. So if I was going to crop this image, I probably would just crop out those houses up there, maybe do something, even something like that, or something like that. So, good work, John. And then next we have Justine's work here. And our frozen image, the woman jumping off the swing set, with her arms up in the air. Again, perfect decisive moment. Caught it just where it needed to be. Like that a lot. If we look up at our settings in the file info area, you see that we've got a shutter speed of 3/20th of a second. You know, we could maybe go a little bit higher there. We could boost that ISO up if you like. We could put that up to about an ISO of 400, and then we would have been able to use a shutter speed of 1,000th of a second. But I still think she's pretty sharp there. So good job there. You know, we can see it's not razor tack sharp, but still pretty close. Still good job on there. And then our second image, we've got the bike rider going down the street. Nice blur, and I really love how these skid marks contrast with the blur of the bicycle rider and that bright blue jacket that this person is wearing also, I think, really just makes this pop off the screen. The only thing I wonder that we could do to make this image a little bit better is I'm wondering if we actually had that bike going into the frame rather than coming off of the frame. I just wonder if that might be a little bit more interesting, because our eye tends to read things like we read type. You know, we go from left to right. So just something worth considering, but again, really strong job with the technical aspect of this assignment. Well done.